Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another reaction. We're checking out Ateez's latest album, The World episode Fin. Will. Very, very, very excited about this one. We checked out obviously Crazy Form. I had a lot to talk about, to say. Really, really enjoyed. Even though, like, as far as like the song goes, and I think that sentiment was kind of like true throughout the comment section, even like it may not be your favorite Ateez song, even though it's still an amazing song, but like what they did visually and how they were able to capture the lore of Ateez in a song that is so much fun, but yet they made it feel so important. I feel like that almost like amplified the power of the song and some of its lyrics in context with the actual visuals. It made it so much more powerful. The fact that they were able to take a song that is so much fun and yet make it feel so incredibly huge. That's what she said. It's really, really amazing. Let's get into this reaction. I will be including the intermission, I guess, song, which is Cresent Part 2, and obviously the final song, which is also more of an instrumental from what I could gather, seeing as there's no lyric videos for that one. I don't know how many parts this video is going to be, because I never get much luck with uploading full albums. I don't think that anyone really gets too much luck with getting full album reactions out on YouTube without getting blocked. So hopefully we won't have to split this into more than 3 parts. But with that being said, very, very excited to get into this one. If you guys enjoyed this content, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more Ateez content. There's a full playlist of all of the reactions that I have for Ateez. If you're interested in extra content, which also includes a little bit of Ateez, I did react to Wooyoung's episode on Fill in the Blank on Patreon, as well as Chaewon's episode of La Seraphim on that same show. There's also a few reactions to Ateez when it comes to Jesse's show review. That episode, there's an episode, if I'm not mistaken, on Weekly Idol. There's going to be an information list, a list of all of the available Ateez reactions, which isn't a lot, but it also includes obviously Kingdom, Legendary War, if you're interested, and if you want to see more content non-related to Ateez, but BTS, Stray Kids, Blackpink, Twice, Mamamoo, survival shows, variety shows, and K-dramas, and more. Check out the Patreon. There's a $5 tier, which will have the list of all of the available reactions. Do not sign up, please, until you actually check out the list. And if you see that list and find something that you may like, then consider subscribing. And by doing so, you will also be supporting the production of these videos here on YouTube. So without further ado, let's get into this reaction.
새벽녘에 growling 모두 깨워내지 in the morning 지배해 I controlling 지를 깠던 모든 눈이 just keep falling 어서 모두에게 알려 우리 starving 내가 보내는 하나의 거친 warning 파도가 될 테니에 diving I don't care about a thing cause I've been burning 가면 뒤 숨겨진 비겁한 미소 눈치채 여전히 속일 수 있다 믿는 걸 꿈속에 숨죽이 다 해질 on my I know 너의 뒤를 쫓아가고 있어 난 I know coming after you every time we know we know we know we know oh you gotta know you know you know you know 너의 심장을 도줘 너의 소통을 조여 너도 너무나 묶여 느껴 when you see my face every time we know
Ooh. God damn. Oh, this is kind of anthemic. that lyric right there, I'm keeping my distance, not catching you unaware, and then not neglecting but observing, timing, wait for the right moment. That literally reminds me of Hoonjung and the girl from the trailer, and him smiling when she basically rejects his offer. Like, he smiles because she has her own will. This song almost like opens up the door of the entire Ateez lore in a way. Like, it creates such a cinematic image of it, like the world that is devoid of all emotions. And we're striking fear within you. Those who have something to say but are afraid, they see them, they're scared because they realize that they also have like that will, but they're bound by fear. But also the guys who are like those generals, for example, in Crazy Form, who get killed by Big Johnson Jung-ho, they are also, they got the fear in them the second they saw that Ateez anarchy card and whatnot. So it's like striking fear within those who still believe and within those who are trying to oppress everyone else because they know how grand their power is. I'm gonna try throughout like this reaction probably make too many connections to the actual lore and whatnot, but them literally saying targeting your heart is also kind of like open up your heart and show us who you really who you are, because you know and we know that this is not the way you want to be. And also to the bad guys, we know you've done fucked up. Anyway. Oh, this part just opens up. Dyed in red. Nice. That whispering has to stop. That's too dangerous. Ooh. The chains reminds me of Halazia more so than anything. Oh damn. Oh damn. God damn. Holy shit. My mic is on. That is dope, because literally Honjung in Halazia, he was singing to a mic that was chained up, which is awesome as well. Like literally the oppression of freedom of speech, freedom of expressing yourself, like that microphone represents so much more than the bad guys will ever know, but at the same time they realize it because of how much they're afraid of Ateez. Like this song is almost like a very cinematic intro to the album. It's almost kind of like in a way, it even kind of like reminds me of like the scene of V for Vendetta, with the beginning of the domino effect. When he flicks that first domino, he puts the pedal, the rose and whatnot, and there's even like lyrics of petals. I feel like they're speaking to both the bad guys and those who are basically, for lack of a better word, kind of like imprisoned by the bad guys. Inevitably dyed in red petals and pitiful self between the loud curses, the fluctuating false world, like literally the world that is kind of like within, like they really did a phenomenal job of like creating this world that is devoid of those emotions and like a color in a way. And they bring that color back to the world with music, with songs like, you know, Bouncy. Ironically, with some of the more fun music videos and songs, they bring all of that color back with something like Bouncy, with something like Crazy Form, and especially Crazy Form. Like this literally feels like you can take a bunch of visuals from the Crazy Form music video and insert them in here. Like they literally talk about like the distorted reality, the distorted truth that is so blatantly distorted or something among those lines. Like they are really kind of like calling out to not just to action for the people to speak out, because you know they've tried doing that in the past, but more so they're really going after it. It feels like in Bouncy and now in Crazy Form in the music videos, they're actually going against like the actual bad guys and trying to legitimately just fucking kill them and liberate those worlds, much like in Equilibrium, which was kind of like a movie that is basically heavily inspired this whole lore, everything at the very least from like the trailer to Movement right before Gorilla, if I'm not mistaken. Like there's a lot of references to that. And now that I'm thinking about it, like honestly, if Jungho, other than like this fucking high note that he did so fucking beautifully in this song, but if he had like some gun fu scenes in Crazy Form when he pulled out the gun and did like the Wanted style shot, I would honestly say that this is a direct like reference to Equilibrium, because Equilibrium did have, other than like the world building, like the concept of an emotionless world and bringing it back, it also had a lot of like incredible action gun fu scenes and whatnot, which was incredible too. But like this song, a lot of whispering, too much for my sanity, honestly. That this song was a bit of a violation there. Like the guys did a phenomenal job, and if any of the parts were actually misrepresented in the lyric video, I'm sure it's just an honest mistake. So let me know if it was. But I'm trying to get to the fastest YouTubers who get these lyric videos done. So at the very least, shout out to them for their work as well, and for bringing out these color coded lyric videos. But yeah, from Hoonjung's rap to Yesong's depth to Mingi had an awesome verse. Wooyoung, I'm pretty sure that he was one of the whispering bastards in this one, and that is a total fucking violation against everything that I am right now. But anyway, this song was beautiful. Let's move on to the next song. I'm not gonna dwell too much on each song because we have a giant reaction ahead of us, so I don't want to make this video into like 3 hours long. So for that reason, let's move on to the next song. Vida loca, please. This choir of problems, as they literally introduce a choir, like an epic vibe to this. That's cool. Oh. Damn. That was interesting. Honjung says, draw out the sword even if it's blunt. As Mingy basically, I'm guessing they're kind of like mixing in the real life of Ateez with the lore of Ateez. I'm not sure, maybe I'm incorrect here, but he says it's been 5 years since the mainstream, something among those lines, which I'm assuming it's been 5 years since we debuted in October, if I'm not mistaken, of 2018, which would make it over 5 years by now. But, and like how the world, how their life changed through ugliness. And they say, when will my status like emergency disappear? Like their whole life always felt like an emergency status because they always needed to act. They always felt pressured. It feels like there's like a double entendre there for like the real life of Ateez and like the constant pressure, and it's a constant emergency status for them to deliver and the pressure that is on them. But also within like the world that they created in the lore, they say like this world is boring and they want to ruin it and just enjoy it. And which is something that they actually beautifully represented in something like Bouncy and actually in Crazy Form as well. And Sun literally says that inscribed on my body La Vida Loca, crooked since birth. Like we've always been different. These guys have always been cracked out, especially when it comes to their dancing. They literally talk about turning the empire upside down, which is a cool representation of like some of the visuals within Crazy Form and what they do with the pirate ship and kind of like literally making everyone think for themselves and act on their own accord, their own will and whatnot. And also like the Who's Got My Back is very appropriate for Ateez because like 8 makes 1 and like their catchphrase and all that kind of stuff. So let's take it back. I'm really enjoying this one. Bro. Damn. Damn, I really like this song. The bridge felt a little bit more intimate, like Don't Stop Our Tonight, fill it with the sound of cheers and like the whole world and all that kind of stuff. I feel like the song would go extra hard in like a live stage or like a live tour and whatnot. I feel like it would be a really, really cool, almost like opener actually. I feel like there's a bunch of stuff that you can take from this song that apply to both like Ateez, the group, like the real people of Ateez, but also like I can totally see again, like a music video that consists of a lot of visuals from like Crazy Form, the trailer, and even like Bouncy, terms of like they're partying and what the party kind of like represents, which is like the music and the fight and the dance in crazy form as Honjong gathers his troops in a way, tells everyone to get up and all that kind of stuff. Or it's like an emergency meeting, and also our life being a constant state of emergency because we are always fighting and the party will never stop. So yeah, this was dope. I feel like if I were to stop and just praise each and every single one of the guys throughout, the reaction will get just as long as with me kind of like nitpicking at every lyric and trying to get into like the fucking lore and whatnot. So if I ever like focus on one guy specifically in one song reaction or anything else, it's just in the moment, that's what grabs me. But at the same time, all of these guys are doing a phenomenal job, and this song was awesome. And I would love to experience this song in a live setting. I feel like it would go incredibly hard. So let's move on. The next song would have been Crazy Form, which we obviously checked out. So we're moving straight into Arriba, which is also a song that was referenced in Crazy Form. In one of the dance sequences, there was a sign that said Arriba, Arriba. So let's go. Ooh. Sun is the craziest. Oh, nice. Nice. Órale. Nice. Ooh.
진짜 재밌었어. 나 가볼 테니까 재밌게 놀아야지, 알겠지? 길어지는 날 마치는 티어처럼 늘어나 멍성하는 게 걸리 빛가 반짝
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
동무와인 옆에 살바도 피가 위아래로 뻗어봐 Wake up 바로 지금 Wake up 자로 오르기 시간을 Wake up 따라와라 모든 짐은 내려놓고 그냥 무너지게
Damn. Well, they did say that they're crooked, you know, in the previous song. This song is getting spicy. Ouyang's repeating the word dirty is no bueno. Feels like a very hot and steamy victory song after the battle in crazy form. I don't know what to say. It was a lot of fun. I definitely feel like this song would also be very, very interesting with a live crowd, chanting Arriba and all that kind of stuff. I thought that would be really, really interesting. The way it started, I honestly felt like for a second there, I turned on the wrong song and I was playing a card song for a second there. So yeah, this was this was beautiful. A very nice kind of I guess in a way intermission from like some of the fun but yet serious songs that we've had. Not, I guess, kind of counting crazy form, but I'm counting it with the music video, which is why I say serious. But yeah, this was a beautiful one, and yeah, very steamy. Let's just move on to the next one before I say something that I might regret, because I use Muse. Let's go. Oh. Mick Gordon is sneaking up on me? What the fuck? No, not anymore. That was interesting. Oh, Mimi, goddamn. Oh. A little bit of 80 cents in a way, action, kind of. Getting some Kavinsky vibes, actually, from this one. To the light and beyond. Nice. Feels like a Star Trek reference. There's like this weird darkness throughout the chorus, and then it breaks through, almost like the darkness, and then it is getting overshadowed by the light in a way. Which I guess is kind of like the contrast of the song itself, but it almost like the beginning of each verse sounds like slightly Mick Gordon-esque, like the instrumental, and then it goes away. And then the chorus is just euphoric. God damn. Damn. I love the song. You guys know that I very much love me like the grittier songs of Ateez and like the more action-packed songs, like the more serious songs like Dune and Wake Up and This World from like the previous album. Songs like Gorilla is like one of my all-time favorites. But this album so far has been absolutely awesome. No surprises, a no skip album, obviously, and I doubt that it'll change as we go through. But I think that this is ironically one of my favorites, if not my favorite so far from this album, even though I really liked We Know and Crazy Form, obviously. But this song just has such a beautiful balance. There's like a sense of peace within the song of like literally, as the lyrics say, untying the chain. That the chain represents all of the pain that you suppressed and everything that weighed you down, everything that put you down, regardless, like whatever negativity, even like the things that they talked about in previous songs, like draw the sword, even if it's blunt, and like mainly talking about 5 years since mainstream and like how the life changed within the ugliness of the world and all that kind of stuff. I absolutely love how almost like euphoric and peaceful the song is, like talking about the negativity in a way that is kind of like in retrospect, like the things that weighed me down are the things that are making me so much stronger. Spread out the wings that were hardened and fly away. Like all the suffering that I went through, still being able to see hope in that because I survived. They talk about my savior that I have waited for. I'm not sure if that savior is myself. I'm not sure if it's something a little bit more religious, a little bit more, out there in terms of like, God and whatnot. They even say like the scar that bruises blue, come back, become the ember / cause, so that nothing will be dyed, burn up far away. And like the ember is the representation of the burning, as they talk about go higher, shine bright, shine even more brightly. There are some really interesting lyrics in this one. Like Honjung literally says that it's okay, even if I go blind, I'll gladly do it. The light that I've waited for my whole life is coming up. It's like, it kind of, ironically, it reminds me of a movie by Darren Aronofsky called The Fountain with Hugh Jackman. Like there's like this one, like almost like this biblical epic scene where he puts on the ring. And like there's this light that just blows him away, and like his clothes are stripped and all that. Like it feels kind of very, very grand. I don't know if, again, I'm not sure how like religious or biblical or how spiritual the song could go, but for some reason it reminds me of The Fountain a little bit, especially that big scene from the movie, which I almost forgot about until reading some of these lyrics. But I'm kind of like blown away by this one. I love the balance between like the dark, or kind of like the outbalancing the darkness with the light, and being able to see the light, the silver light, which is a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel that will propel me higher and higher, and being able to basically get away from all the things that bound me with that chain that is basically kind of like invisible in a metaphor in a way, that weighed me down, like depression, relationships, any life as an idol, and all the things that put me down, and like all the reasons that I had to quit but I kind of didn't. Like I feel like this song fits so many scenarios of being able to bounce back from like the darkest moments of your life and kind of like get through it and see the light and realize that your life will be better if you don't let those negative thoughts and negative experiences and memories weigh you down. And you will, it's almost like when Sun says, my savior that I found at the end of my despair, it's almost like you had to hit rock bottom in a way to find what you're really made out of. That's how I'll take it at the very least. But I also love the fact that they continuously say we go higher. We as a group, Ateez, but we also with Ateez, as far as like the fans and anyone who's ever supported us, we go higher because of you, and you will go higher because of us. And it's almost like a give and take kind of relationship. And we will move forward in the direction of the light and into the sky. So yeah, I thought that this song was probably my favorite from the album so far. Let's move on to the next one, which is going to be Cresent Part 2. So let's have a listen to the intermission in a way. I'm definitely getting some Darren Aronofsky, The Fountain vibes now. Damn. Oh, and that peacefulness with the waves, the water and everything. Oh, damn. That was... Let's just jump straight into the next song, which is Dreamy Day. That was beautiful.
요즘 눈을 뜨면 생각해 오늘을 영원하게 할 순 없을까 뭔가 우리가 하면 좀 다를 것 같아 We will make it alright We will make it alright
That was beautiful.
무 앞에 서면 자연스럽고 서로 모르게 숨겨온 아픔 굳이 말하지 않아도 느끼고 있어 아주 깊은 꿈인가 봐 Every time I want you by your here forever 이 꽃날이 깨지 않기를 나는 모든 순간 기도해 Feels like 이 꽃날이
And that's beautiful. I want a music video, a montage of them with the fans for this one.
꿈이라도 현실로 돌아오면 하룻밤에 꼼짝 그 정도 엠팩에 또 흥미로운 씬 더 화려해 태세 그냥 잊혀지겠나 bro 내 그랬던 내가 깨지 못하고 자꾸 미안이라 단정일까 좀 어지럽다가 황홀하기도 한 내 꿈의 주인공 너와 나의 나 꽃들이 피어나 들판 위로 힘껏 솟아나 보이진 않지만 어떤
Damn, Mingy. Powerful.
고통을 견디다 무너질 순간에 넌 아름답게 피어났을까 We should keep in mind 너와 나 그리고 이 순간에 두려움보다 쳐나갈 수 있는 용기를 다시 날아갈 수 있길 바랄 뿐더래 아주 깊은 꿈인가 봐
I like that a lot. Damn, that was a beautiful lyric. Like, rather than being fearful, instead of fearing what will happen, just have the courage to get through it instead of letting fear control you, which is kind of like a nice narrative throughout like the entire lore of Ateez as well, because the girl rejected Hunjung's hand in the trailer because she acted on her own will, but she was also very fearful as well. I'm reaching a little bit, I know, but for the most part, I feel like this is a beautiful song to also like the fans.
We should keep in mind 너와 나 그리고 이 순간에 두려움보다 쳐나갈 수 있는 용기를 다시 날아갈 수 있길 바랄 뿐더래 아주 깊은 꿈인가 봐 Every time I want you by your here forever 이 꿈날이 깨지 않기를 나는 모든 순간 기도해 Feels like this scene in our hearts 언젠가 깨어야 한대도 All the memories never gonna fade away Here we're living this moment in time 지금 네 앞에 있으니까
Yeah.
더 짙은 밤을 새워
Oh.
이쁜 날이 깨지 않기를 나는 모두
Oh. Get it. Yes, man. Nice.
feels like wow 이쁜 날이 너로 시작해 끝이 없기만을 바래 Sing it we all together all together all together hey all together every day all together every way all together sing it we all together
Damn, that was a beautiful song. Almost youthful in a way. Like the best day of our life. I wish that that day would last forever. And like my memories of you will be based off of that beautiful day and like the best experience and all that kind of stuff. Whatever is your most beautiful experience with someone that you love. And also with the fans. Like the most incredible concert that they've ever had that they would want. Like those memories will never fade. And the kind of memories that will always shine brightly whenever I have a dark day. Because I think that even on a dark night, something was said in the lyrics here too. There's a little bit of like an inspirational quality to the song as well, especially when Mingy comes up with, rather than fear, have the courage to withstand whatever is coming. And would you able to bloom if it wasn't for going through darkness and through hardships and all that kind of stuff. I feel like it's a really beautiful song that just has a very playful and youthful vibe, like just wanting to make sure that almost like within like the Ateez lore, I guess, like this is the kind of day that is worth fighting for, and this is why we're fighting for like this world to be completely flipped upside down. The world that is devoid of all emotions, because there's no dreams in that kind of world. People don't dream, people just suffer. So yeah, this was a beautiful song, and ironically, like they're more like cheerful and lovey-dovey kinds of songs from this album have been my favorite. I still absolutely loved We Know, and I loved Emergency, especially some of the lyrics in Emergency, but like the last two songs have been absolutely just heartwarming, and at the same time they had like a very inspirational quality to them as well. So let's move on to the next song, which is going to be Honjung and Sunghwa. Oh damn, looking like a bunch of assassins.
Whistle from now, fall on your wave. 눈가에서 깔아결인 무대 위. 야, 숨쉬도 까먹으려. 야, 인간은 못하지. 야, 까놓고 솔직히 정상은 아니야. 가만히 난 못쉬어. 그 새끼들은 치고 빠르게 짐 풀어 주인공 실사온 듯 하면 태고 윅 나라 인처럼 공항 패신 건 right 위 미치 좀 시간이 있으면 인정해 자지. Wait, I'm a diesel allergy. 엄마졌다. Yeah, 보러 스테이지 나 시너지. 반응이 터질 듯.
I'm about to explode as I'm reacting, yes. You spit saliva like it's lava, my guy. Cause this shit burns. I'm getting some holla holla vibes. Not anymore. Man on Fire. Shout out to Denzel Washington.
Pay blah blah, pay for what I pay your first, so pay no matter summer blah blah. Yeah, 사실은 내 좀 when I put a more but hold my time to say real 자리 맡아. 하늘 보고 자란 놈 이젠 하늘에서 살아 해결을 하지 의식 중 GPS 딱 거면 칸이 바라는 캐리어에 따라 you can be busy too. 걱정 마라 무대 위 아래 막놈 부끄럽게 난 살아 출처 없는 수장 강남 팔아 없는 수친 던데러 제가. 알고라는 정신없어 wreck 알고라는 시끄러운 날 매일
Oh,
알고 얘는 어지러웠대
damn. Damn. I love this instrumental.
Drop it, drop it, drop it, right. Drop it, do it, right. Drop it, drop it, drop it, right. Drop that.
We're going straight to the breaking news concerning the two men that disappeared after the fire set on stage due to arson.
Ooh.
Where are they?
They burned the stage because that's what they are, fire.
Match coming right here.
What the fuck? After looking up some stuff, apparently both Sunghwa and Honjung are 98 liners in Ateez. They created the group MATZ, which is the song, the title of the song, short for Mat Hyung's or eldest's, consisted of the two of them to fight back against the 99 liners, and Sunghwa chose Honjung as the member he would want him with during a zombie apocalypse due to his intelligence. Quick little fun fact, I guess. I'm absolutely blown away by this one. Honestly, there's a couple of lyrics that in Genius.com it says look at these guys, but according to the lyric videos, and I've checked out more than one just to make sure, and a lot of people were commenting on it, how they say, look, these are my children, which was an interesting line. I'm not sure which one is the correct one. If it's the children one, then it's absolutely hilarious, and it makes the pre-chorus just absolutely kind of insanely wacky and awesome. But I always loved Honjung's rapping, but Sunghwa here was absolutely incredible as well. I loved hearing that energy from him. Like, he has such sass when he raps. I was already kind of like blown away when he went off in Bouncy, if I'm not mistaken, to his fast rap. It was so fucking cool. There's also like a few comments that touch on the fact that they apparently like throw shade at those who use airport fashion as a branding sponsorship rather than showing off an individual style. I'm not sure if it's the same by the lyrics that I'm seeing here on Genius, like airport fashion that was left to the brand little by little. I'm guessing little by little you leave your own style and you just do what pays, you wear what pays you. Like the sponsorship. So I'm guessing there is a little bit of that in there. There's also like some interesting lyrics of them kind of like, I'm guessing kind of flexing a little bit, like the wash it away and make it rain, as later the second verse talks about pain in every currency, but then saying I've already done the payment, so I pay no mind. They also say, I who grew up looking at the sky now live in the sky, resolving things. Kind of like wondering if it's now that I have the money that I'm on airplanes, I literally kind of like live in the sky or something among those lines. Because they do talk about like going up to the sky in a song like Silver Light, but I doubt that there's too many connections to that. So I'm guessing it's about like maybe private jets or something like that, or like planes in general. And I love the fact that they also say like, regardless of whether I'm on stage or off of it, I don't live in shame. I live my life to the fullest of its abilities, to the fullest of my ability and my potential. I do what I want to do, and I love like the little announcement, the interlude, like the breaking news about the two men that disappeared after setting the stage on fire, but it was their words that set the stage on fire, and because they're too hot and all that kind of stuff. So I'm blown away by their chemistry here. But at the same time with what we read about Seonghwa and Honjong, it's no surprise really, but I'm still kind of like surprised by Seonghwa's delivery and like the overall like sass in their voices, and like we spit with a smile on our face because we love what we do and what we say is the truth in a way. So yeah, I'm absolutely blown away by this one. Let's move on to the next song, which is going to be these last few songs are almost like these quote-unquote subunits of a specific combination of Ateez members. We had obviously Seonghwa and Honjong. Now we have Yesung, Sun, and Wooyoung with It's You. Ooh.
Look at the way right, 흔들림 없지 bright 24/7 난 준비해 flashing light 춤을 춰 day and night 발만 쳐 feeling right 움직여 all day night 온몸을 파고드는 show flow flow we gon' take it slow slow go go no oh we gon' keep it low slow 떠올라 지금 마치 Ep.Fin
Ooh. Was there a sound effect of like an airplane flying off? Yeah, that was cool. Ooh, this is kind of steamy. I guess they can go all night. Ooh. We went from the depths of hell to like this fucking euphoric feeling of ecstasy in a way. I'm actually getting some Taemin vibes from like the vocal styles there. Not anymore. Ooh. Bastard, you son of a bitch. Stop whispering. I love the scores. If your hand popped out of the screen, I would fucking grab it. What? Let's look back. Did you hear something? Oh. damn. The vocals were exquisite. Very very deep, very light, very sensual. The lyrics, my performance for you, never I don't want to stop until the break of dawn or something like that. This this will be the follow-up to Red Velvet's Underwater, as it will be featured in my imaginary playlist titled Baby Making Music 101. This whole song was just an utter body experience. It was so fucking beautiful, but at the same time, despite like the sensual nature, like they didn't go too far. Like, you know, it still felt incredibly like tasteful. Like, you can look at the lyrics and be like, oh, well, I guess I know where this is going, but at the same time, like, it's like their vocals and like the ad libs and the just the gentleness within the vocals and your song as well, when he introduces like his fucking depth. That depth is so. Never mind. This was an awesome song and probably one of my favorite choruses, by the way, too. I would ironically love to see a performance video for this one. I feel like it would be quite intriguing. Let's just move on before I say again something that I might regret, as I already said something about pulling someone from the fucking screen. So let's just move on to the next song, which is going to be another combination of Yoonho and Minhee, Youth, which is quite fitting.
I don't care no 뭐 때문에 우울해 있어 복잡한 세상이 아닌 내 마음이 나를 물고서 놓아주질 않고 있어 정답을 몰라 머리가 아파 오래된 청춘이란 그 한 단어에 슬픔을 기쁨이란 말하고 지금을 즐기라고 더 듣기 힘든 말만 나오고 있어 그대는 그때를 즐기셨나요 아픔보다 행복이 더 컸나요 잠조차도 자기 힘든데 yeah. 현실의 꿈을 실현하기에 yeah, yeah. 난 너무 어려워 지금은 어려워 Say no 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 왜 이렇게 힘든 걸까요 왜 그렇게 잘못했나요 술 한잔에 yeah. 털어버리나요 yeah. 왜 이렇게 힘든 걸까요 왜 그렇게 잘못했나요 술 한잔에 yeah. 털어버리나요
This chorus is beautiful.
막힌 듯한 내 춤을 춰 쏟아지는 빛처럼 괜히 빛나고 싶어
Beautiful vocals.
하늘을 보며 너에게 기대고 싶어 날 보면 환히 웃어줘
왜 이렇게 힘든 걸까요 그렇게
Oh, it sounds so more heartbreaking.
혼자였던 스물의 바람아
Oh. That was fucking beautiful. This song might be one of the most beautiful songs from this album and one of the most important songs from this album. And looking at the comment section, apparently Mingi wrote this song when he was 22, and when asked who would he perform this song with, he answered Yunho. And I feel so fucking happy to finally take this opportunity to really appreciate not just Mingi, because I feel like he always kind of like shines, but Yunho really shined in this one, and I'm so glad that he got this opportunity because his vocals in this one were just so incredibly warm but heartbreaking at the same time. The bridge is one of my favorite parts from any of the songs from this album, to be brutally honest. It was absolutely beautiful. And there's a little part of the song, there's like this realization that I just want to live my life, but I feel so depressed and I can't even understand why. And like the other people who are older tell me to just enjoy the moment. My head hurts because I don't know the answer. Adults believe in one word, youth. Some of these lyrics almost like make me think of the song Cover Me by Stray Kids, which is almost kind of like the realization of wanting someone to come and save you and showing an insane level of like vulnerability. And like the bridge is almost like heartbreaking in a way, as I just want to dance every day as if it's my last. I want to enjoy every day as if it is my last, and I just want to shine like the pouring light, but yet it's almost like the darkness or like the depression, like the concern and whatnot continues to kind of like surround me no matter what. I want to lean on you while looking at the starry night sky, as like the lyrics in the chorus talk about how the moon cries during the night as well. And there's like this sense of vulnerability and longing for safety and just to be okay. Even though I'm trying to do everything correctly, it still feels like I'm alone. And I can't quite understand why. I feel like the song is incredibly beautiful, vulnerable, heartwarming in the fact that it is comforting, but also heartbreaking in the fact that there is like no answer. Mingi literally says, "What are you depressed about?" Like, it's like you live your life, you're youthful, as the older people say. You just enjoy your life and whatnot. But no matter what, I just can't get this sense of depression and like sense of darkness out of me. No matter what I do, I just feel empty. Which also kind of like makes me think a little bit about, being at such a young stage of your life as well, and being part of a big group and like performing in front of an audience, but then you go to bed all alone and it's dark and you feel so special when you're at that concert and you feel so special surrounded by people that love you, but then at the end of the day you're all alone in that bed of yours, feel like there's no one out there for you. So I don't know, I just felt like this song was incredibly comforting but heartbreaking at the same time. Let's move on to the next song, which is going to be Jungho, Everything. Very excited about this one.
아무 생각 없이 집에 가는 길
Oh, it's that kind of song.
주머니 속에 전화길 더듬거리다 환하게 웃는 지난 사진 속 날보다 더 집을 지나쳐 여기에 와 있는지 난 왜 단 한마디면 충분했는데 턱 밑까지 차올랐던 말 이 노래 빌려 얘기해 You're my everything 시간을 돌릴 수만 있다면 다시 너를 볼 수 있다면 그럴 수만 있다면
Damn.
괜찮을 거라고 외면하다가 튀어나온 미련에 찔려 아파하고 왜 단 한 번도 날 잃은 후에 내 자신을 마주하지 못해 자꾸 도망가려 하는지 난 왜 단 한마디면 충분했는데 턱 밑까지 차올랐던 말 이 노래 빌려 얘기해 You're my everything 시간을 돌릴 수만 있다면 다시 너를 볼 수 있다면 그럴 수만 있다면 그땐 꼭 말해줄게 넌 내 삶의 이유의 전부란 걸 너에게로 난 달려가려 해난널 한순간도 잊지 않을게 이 노래 너에게 줄게
What the? Oh my god.
다시 널 만날 수 있다면 넌 나의 전부였던 걸
Holy shit. That might be one of the most beautiful songs of the year. And a fucking OST. 100%. Holy shit, that was incredible. The amount of power and heartache in his vocals. Like, if you had any doubt that Jungho is one of the best vocalists in the game, then I hope that this song kind of like settles that nonsense in your head, because he is absolutely fucking incredible. I don't know what to say. I don't know what is the meaning to Jungho for this song, because he sings it as if he lost someone that he can never speak to again. Like, there's like a certain level of power that he expresses that it almost feels like all of the emotions and all of the like crying and all of the heartache that I couldn't express when I needed to. Now I'm just spreading it into the void, and I'm saying everything that was like, literally the lyrics say everything that was at the tip of my tongue, if I'm not mistaken. Words that have been said on the tip of my tongue, I'll borrow this song to say it. I will use the song as the platform to finally speak. The lyrics of looking at my old pictures where I was smiling. It feels very close to home, as if like someone within like his family, like a mom or a dad, like that's kind of how it feels like in a way. That's at least one of the meanings that you can take from this song, in terms of like losing someone that has meant everything to you, and you couldn't express what you should have in words because that's not the kind of person you are. So instead you're going to use this song almost like as a cry out in a way. And as someone that is very silent themselves, as someone that didn't know that someone very, very close to me was going through very hard times and ended up ending their life, and me finding about that happening actually on my birthday, on my 18th birthday. And it took me a lot of time because I was actually kind of like I was almost like silent about it for weeks before I finally expressed any kind of emotions, and I started thinking about what could have been different if I just said everything that I wanted to say. Could I have prevented that thing from happening? Because the person felt like they lost everything. I didn't try at all to express my own thoughts until it was way, way, way too late. So this song feels incredibly relatable. It also sounds like a complete OST, honestly. And it feels like something that would fit on something like fucking Hotel do Luna. It also makes me think of like It's Okay to Not Be Okay, and like the whole relationship between like the brothers and their mom, and the fact that Gangtae was always burdened. He felt burdened by the existence of Sangtae, and how his mom, it always felt like, to him it felt at one point that, you know, she Gangtae's entire job, his existence, is to protect Sangtae in a way. And it wasn't until later on when we saw the visuals of the mom actually caring, if I'm not mistaken, for Gangtae. And there was a lot of scenes of him crying. I think it was kind of like related to that with the hug at night or something like that. Like, and just kind of like, I don't know, it just feels like a song that would fit on so many different K-dramas, and that really expressed the kind of once in a lifetime kind of love that is probably a very apparent, like love, and more so than a romantic one, and it could be obviously romantic as well, whether it's relationships, whether it's just a friendship, whether it's, you know, a dog that you had growing up that was your entire world and whatnot. I feel like the song can take on so many different shapes and forms, and it was absolutely incredible. Let's move on to the last song on this album, which is, I'm guessing, is going to be more of a instrumental, which is called Fin Will, which is obviously our album's name. So without further ado, I'll touch on the album quickly after we're done here, but everything by Jungho was absolutely incredible, and probably one of the best songs, and much like Youth, one of the most important songs from this album. I'm really blown away by this one, and how some of the more heartwarming, heartbreaking, and fun songs and lighter songs became more of my favorite songs, as opposed to the last album where some of the darker stuff was my favorite. I still absolutely loved We Know and Emergency, and when MATZ came out, I was absolutely blown away, and it's still probably top 3, but I feel like this album really shined in exposing the light within Ateez, and actually kind of like within the lore, like the whole will aspect and acting on your own will, and like creating a world worth living for. I feel like Ateez has done a phenomenal job with expressing a lot of light within it. And also a song like, you know, It's You and Arriba, which were kind of nice and steamy and whatnot. So anyway, let's move on to Fin.
What does emotion mean to you?
Emotion, all of the different emotions that we saw throughout this album, too, kind of, you know, whether it's like aggression, hope, something a little bit sensual, something a little bit more positive, hopeful, heartbreaking. Like the whole album is filled with so many different expressions of emotions. Anyway,
What does emotion mean to you? Are you still tormented by the pain from the past? Have you ever panicked and felt broken by sadness? Have you ever lost yourself in overwhelming fear? Have you ever felt so dumb that you wanted to be alone in this world?
What does emotion mean to you?
damn. This low-key feels like a Nike commercial, like their motivational ones.
Have memories of happiness ever lifted you up? Have you ever been inspired by a dream that felt both far and clear? Have you ever found comfort in
I love the production.
Have you ever
So immersive.
fallen in love? What does emotion mean to you?
This sounds like a Coldplay song in a way. This almost makes me think of Fix You. Kind of. Holy shit. This is so symbolic with the ending of Crazy Form, with the bird flying into the sky, which kind of like in my head represented a bit of hope and peace and like a change for a positive. I feel like this song is kind of like the encapsulation of everything that Ateez have been fighting for within like their lore and everything. And plus, I feel like ironically, this album does, despite like some of the steamier songs like Arriba and It's You, for example, it's still, those are still emotions at the end of the day, loving emotions in a romantic sense and whatnot. With It's You, for example, Arriba is just steamy. Anyway, I thought that this song really kind of like encapsulated the entire album very, very well with all the different emotions and what makes us feel and act on our own will and everything. I felt like this album was absolutely incredible. It's impossible at this moment for me to make a top 3, honestly, because I feel like it would change with every time that I think about it. And I think that that is a very good thing at the end of the day. So Ateez has done an absolutely incredible job with this full album. And I'm absolutely in love with this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, and if I made any sense, let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, check out the Patreon if you would like to see some exclusive reactions, while also support the production of these videos here on YouTube at the same time. And I will catch you all in the next one. Be well and safe wherever you are, and let me know your thoughts on this album. See ya.